that was my thing. Like, and I think that like now it's like, okay, well, a lot of these women are doing it, you know, for free, but I worked to be up here to even have the opportunity to even host my first event.
It ain't that I can't stop, it's that I won't stop. I made a few plays off a flip, now I'm on top. I'm Southside Chief, homie. Yeah. What you know about it? Lake Street legend CEO, not the co-founder. What you wanna know about me? I'm so churched up, I'm the last man standing, but I went first up. Most hated, they don't say it when I roll up. The things that people say about me, they don't say close up. Check it, I ain't been to the booth in a minute. Niggas hate the fact that I'm winning.
I'm on Lake Street, yo. When you poppin' in Minnesota, you gotta go check it out. Facts, okay? We gonna be on that joint
live on motherfucking Lake Street, man. Yeah, different.
I don't know how to say it. Say it. Say it.
All right, we are back with another episode on Live on Lake Street. It's your girl, Lady Shook, and today we have a very special guest. She is a model, a host, and a great friend of mine, Kourtney, a.k.a. K-Love.
Hey.
How are you doing today?
Good. Happy to be here. Grateful to be here. How are you?
Pretty decent, tired.
Good.
Got a little hangover, but we gon'
we do this, ain't it?
So, give a little bit, background about yourself, and where you're from originally, stuff like that.
Well, my name is Kourtney. I go by K-Love or Kourtney Love. I'm originally from Rockford, Illinois, raised here in Minnesota, East Side specifically. I didn't jump off the porch, though, when y'all jumped off the porch. I was really in the house a lot. Once I turned 18, that's when I started, like, really getting outside. And then fast forwarding to like after I had my son, I feel like after I had my son, I like birthed the new me as well. So, I always tell people like when I birthed my baby, I birthed a bad bitch too, because my whole demeanor, my whole character, charisma, all of that came out after that. So I want to say about 21, 22 is when I really started getting myself out there as a freelance model, a host. I do a lot of I was doing a lot of the social media influencing, TikTok and stuff like that. So it's just been a journey, just finding my way, figuring out the things that I want to do and where I want to go with the things that I already have under my belt, the talent that I have. I feel like I'm a jack of all trades, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
About me.
So, you go by the butterfly movement.
The butterfly way.
The butterfly way.
Yeah.
Yes. Because we definitely had a discussion about the stories behind the butterflies and stuff. So, do you care to discuss your story behind the butterfly way?
So just on a general basis, when I look at butterflies or like the process or the evolution of what a butterfly has to go through to become a butterfly, it reminds me a lot of myself. Nobody really cares too much about what it takes to get there, what it takes to be beautiful, or what it takes for your wings to, expand. It's all about the finished product.
Yeah.
But we as individuals, we have to go through our ugly. We have to go through our bad. So the butterfly way for me it's a movement, because at the end of the day, we all have a story, but nobody gives a fuck.
Right.
So the caterpillar, nobody gives a fuck. The cocoon, nobody gives a fuck. But when they see that butterfly, yeah, it's showtime.
Yes.
So ultimately, it's just a movement of evolution and understanding that you have to go through things to become who you are, or that butterfly. So I took that and I put that into my own life, and it kind of just stuck, know. And I mean, throughout the years, like a lot of people would, hit me with, "Oh, you're the prettiest little butterfly," and
yes,
yeah. But it's like, yeah, I kind of took it and I just made it my own. So
yeah, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful story behind there. So how did you start with modeling? What made you want to model? Like you just looked at it and said, okay, I want to do that. Like what made you start with that?
I was like, I'm kind of cute. No, I'm playing. No, I'm playing. I just feel like with modeling, it kind of just fell into my hands.
Okay.
But I've always been that girl. Like
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like the celebrity of my family. No shade to my sisters. But like just growing up, like I always wanted to dress up. I always wanted to wear my mom's heels and dress up in her clothes. I got, you know, them little plastic heels that used to be in the Easter baskets.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, my
Stay
granny
with them.
my granny got me a pair of those, and it was over from there. But yeah, it was just something that kind of like fell into my hands, and I figured that I was good at it, so I just kept going with it. And that's how it is with a lot of things with me. Like I just take things as far as I can take them, and shit, when it's time to put it back in my back pocket and jump onto the next thing, that's exactly what I do.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Did you have like any, let me see, like serious collabs or experiences with modeling? What would you say would be the best?
All right, so we're going to take this quick break real quick to highlight our good folks over there at the Kitchen by Baked brand inside the global market. They got some of the best food out here in the Twin Cities. One thing you got to know about me, I don't really like go to the mainstream spots. I'm all about the little mom and pop, little neighborhood spots that have the best food. Next time you're out there at the global market, you got to check out the stuffed turkey leg. They got this butter sauce. We're talking about the best wings in Minnesota. It's happening right now at the Kitchen by Baked brand inside the global marketplace, and they're a proud sponsor of Live on Lake Street. Peter Parker!
With modeling, what would you say would be the best?
The best experience that I had.
Mm-hmm.
In 2022, I want to say the world is just, time is just
Going.
jumbled up. But
Yeah.
I want to say 2022, I was given the opportunity to walk in the first annual Black History Month fashion show that was directed and brought together by Ajaya Martin. So that was her own little production that it turned out to be like on the news and everything like that. Multiple designers from Minnesota and some from out of state were featured in that show, and I hold it near and dear to my heart because there were situations that transpired that made her not want to continue with the show, but me amongst a couple other people were pushing her, like, you know, it's gonna be hard because this is your first time doing it,
right?
So, and we done put in a lot of work. There was photo shoots, like promotional photo shoots that took place,
right.
You know, ticket sales, you know, a lot of driving it on social media, and it ended up being a really, really, really nice show. So even though it was something that was more local, I still take pride in that because we got it off the ground and we drove that. So
right.
I think that would be one of my most memorable moments.
Yeah.
I know it's not really what you asked me, but that's one that I hold near and dear to my heart.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What would you say is a con for modeling?
All right, so one time for the homie Jeremy Eggert. We're taking a quick break to talk about his website, Artwork by Jeremy. I know you've been really selling yourself short on the graphic design tip. We need to step up the website. We need to step up the flyers. My man has international clients. He can do all of this for you. He can make your content look fantastic, thumbnails, anything for the gram. He got you covered, okay? Stop selling yourself short. Step your life up and tap in real quick with artworkbyjeremy.com. Peter Parker!
What would you say is a con for modeling?
Competition. A lot of the reason that I kind of like fell back from it was because it gets to a point where people expect you to just do it for free, and you got to come with your own hair done. You got to come with your own makeup. And I mean, when you're building your portfolio and you're building your brand, like that's nothing because, you know, you're helping me help you,
right.
help me.
Right.
But when it comes to someone who's established like you or myself, is different. It's different because now I'm thinking about all the time that I'm putting into getting ready, you know, the products that I'm using for my face, my hair don't cost nothing cheap. I'm telling
At
you.
all, especially like when you're doing it yourself.
Yeah.
It's
So
different.
so things like that, like I started thinking about that, and I feel like that became a con for me, like not being paid for the dedication that I'm putting in for these shows, or walking in the runway, or being ready for certain photo shoots and stuff like that. And then the competition, these women that it became like a favoritism type of thing, and not based off talent, where I see a lot of that in Minnesota across all of the industries.
Facts.
And I just felt like I was coming to a point where I didn't want to be in competition with nobody, because there's no competition. I'm not saying that like I'm the baddest of the bunch, but I'm good. I'm great at what I do.
Right.
And I'm passionate about what I do. So
when
it comes to like, there's been situations where my name would be mentioned in a room, and then people are like, oh yeah, why y'all always choose her? Like, give somebody else a chance. And it's like, because I'm good at what I do.
Right. It's not just a
simple.
favoritism thing. This is your shit.
So I fell back and I let them have it. That's all that is.
You think they're like as good as you at all, or you just, like I said, you just think it's okay, the name of like, I'm a model, like, you know what I'm saying, like you think it's more
than being in front of a camera.
Very much so.
And a lot of people don't understand that just because you cute or you pretty or whatever does not make you a model.
Exactly.
So I don't know, I think that people forget the work that goes into it, and they think that because of the fact that they have that face or whatever, a lot of these women get into a room where there's a professional camera and
just pose like they
baby girl,
selfies.
It's not Instagram,
It's like Instagram, your mind.
Yeah, it hits different.
Yeah.
So I think that people should really take the time and understand what a model is.
Research
and
will help.
Yeah, like
it's
way more than being a pretty face, and it's so much more work that goes into it.
Right.
So yeah.
Who do you think besides yourself is very successful models in Minnesota, or good models?
Whew. You just put me on the spot. There are a few models that they do their big ones. Heaven Sheree, she's young but she's mighty. Six Unknown, I like her work. Tashira Harris, I like her work. Who else? Lady Lala, she does her thing too. She's been branching out into other things as well, so I appreciate her work ethic more than anything.
Most definitely, she be doing her shit.
Yeah, she does her big one even after she went through what she went through. What other models? That's all I could think of for right now. I'm on the spot, so it's hard to.
Yeah, no,
but
definitely.
don't charge it to my heart, y'all. Y'all know. If you know me, you know.
Giving her flowers for the ones.
For sure.
My personal favorite is Sky Storley.
I like Sky too.
Yeah,
she has a very unique look.
She does. Very unique look. So she's also a great model in my eyes as well. And you could tell with her, it's a passion.
It's
thing.
A passion.
It's in her. It's in her.
One of the
her.
very few.
Yes.
One of the very few. I can't even say for myself that it's even a passion anymore, but Sky got it for sure.
Exactly.
She has it for sure.
Yes. So I know you worked with a lot of photographers in Minnesota with all the modeling and stuff like that. And I do notice one in particular that a lot of people still work with after the controversy of, his sex offender stuff and perverted ways. So what's your opinion on that?
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Yes, keep it a buck 50 with me.
The relationship that I built with this man and the things that went on the internet are two completely different things. At the end of the day, I'm a woman and I'm a woman's woman.
Yeah.
So I personally fell back from that situation because I didn't want to be something. I didn't want it to be something that like fell back on me as an individual. I will say that I still love this photographer, and I don't know if we'll work together again, just off the strength of I don't want it to be, like I said, it's a controversial situation, and but I never got those vibes from him.
Okay.
So. And I don't know if it's because I'm a stern woman, like I stand on business regardless. And if there was ever a situation where I felt uncomfortable or I felt like something that was said was way out of line, I'm going to speak up in that very given moment. I'm not going to hold anything.
Right.
And a few of the situations that I seen personally were mutual interactions. So I don't see it as like, well, I don't, whatever those women felt, I'm not gonna take that from them. But the situations that I seen as an individual, like just being his friend,
Yeah.
were cordial conversations or conversations that were mutual. So it's like you can't be upset at a man in general, not even just this particular man. You can't be upset about a man in general if you're sending pictures that are provocative and he has something to say about the pictures. Can't be upset about that when shit hit the fan, because you sent them pictures for him to even have something to say about you.
That's crazy, because that I didn't know about.
Yeah. So, and that's why I said, like, I can't speak for, you know, everybody, and I'm not gonna take how they felt away from them, because at the end of the day, wrong is wrong regardless of what body is in. Wrong is wrong. But in the situations that I've seen, like, you can't just hop on a bandwagon because everybody is hopping on that bandwagon.
Facts.
And you initiated it. Or he may have said something and you was like, oh yeah, well, let me show you this, that, and the third. You can't do stuff like that.
Exactly. No,
I never had that problem.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to take it away from those who did. And I'm not going to dishonor or discredit those who did feel, you know, a certain way about those situations.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like I said, I'm a woman before anything. Before a model, before a mom, before whatever y'all may perceive me as, I'm a woman.
Yeah.
And women go through shit like that on the daily, regardless of whose body is in. So, yeah, I don't really have an opinion. I just know how to move as an individual when it comes to like those type of situations.
Especially a woman of high demand, like you do want to kind of move a little different, especially with certain people you work with and stuff like that. So it all makes sense.
But even since then, like I can't just like, it was hard for me because you gotta understand, like, this man did help me a lot when it came to building my model portfolio.
Facts.
And I never had to do nothing crazy or drop no clothes or whatever, you know, they were saying for a photo shoot.
Facts.
And if I needed to, you know, I'm up my bread regardless. I don't have no problem with that. And I'm not going to try to swindle my way into anything for free when I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for me.
Facts.
But if somebody believes in you, they're going to help you.
Right.
And I feel like that's the type of relationship that we had, because not only was, you know, he helping me build like my portfolio, but through those photo shoots that we were doing, there were other people that were coming in and, you know, wanting to shoot with him. So I can't like discredit him either.
Facts.
But wrong is wrong, like I said, at the end of the day.
Yeah. So my experience with him, it was pretty cool. Like I said, when we did our photo shoot together, it was a great collab. You know what I mean? The only issue that I had with him was around Christmas time. This is when my son was, I think he wasn't even 1 yet. He was almost 1. This was our first Christmas shoot. And I wanted to shoot with him again because I'm like, you do bomb ass pictures, you know what I'm saying? My birthday pictures was raw, you know? And it was kind of the comment that he made, like, oh, well, I don't see you in a turtleneck. Like, he basically told me, like, he prefers to see me naked than see me in a turtleneck dress for Christmas pictures with my child. And that was the only thing that threw me off. And then he didn't go along with the pictures. Like, when we did my birthday pictures and I told him, like, I want to wear this, I want to do this, he was on it. You know what I mean? But when I'm like, hey, I want to dress classy with my child, you know what I'm saying, do some Christmas shoots, it was like the texting became dry, became distant. Crazy. And that is what my experience made me kind of like, all right, well, you know what? I'm going to just let you have it, you know? And then when all this shit came out about him, I'm like, whoa. And it was like, every woman had different experience because, like you said, you didn't have the experience, so it was like, okay, you was cool. Then you got another woman, like, it's just totally was sexual. Then you got some people was like half sexual. Then it was like, okay, another experience where nothing was wrong. You know what I mean?
And I understand too, like, you know, everybody doesn't have, you know, the mindset to where they can speak up for themselves when they feel uncomfortable.
Facts.
And I feel like that kind of, you know, because you could have taken that and chose to still, you know, do that shoot or whatever the situation is, but because of the fact that you're a strong-minded woman and it didn't resonate well with you, you decided to move around or walk away. And I know there's a lot of women that may not have that type of mindset, but that doesn't alleviate or deteriorate the fact that these women felt uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Me personally, I've never done, like, I mean, I've been, you know, maybe a bikini type of vibe or like a lingerie teddy or something like that, but like that was all off of the strength of like what I decided to do. Like, I've never been 100% naked in front of any man that's not my man, if I'm honest. So it's kind of heartbreaking to know that, because I know a different.
Yeah.
So I don't know David as I don't know him as the photographer.
Right.
You know, I know him as like a friend, you know. So
Yeah.
and that's the type of relationship that we built. And like even like now there would be situations like he'll hit me up, and I haven't really shot with anybody since then. Probably a select few, just me trying to get back into my mode. But because it's just like, dang, like I don't want to hurt, you know.
Yeah.
But then it's like wrong is wrong.
Yeah, wrong is wrong. Definitely. Have you had that discussion with him? Like,
this will probably be the first time that I've even really spoke on it. Because even when it was going around, like I didn't say much, because I was like on the fence.
yeah,
You know,
because like you said, this is your friend,
And then-
this is not even just your photographer. This is your friend. You
but
know?
then I'm still like, at the time that it was going on, like I'm still kind of like building my own brand too. So like if I do speak on it, regardless, somebody's feelings is gonna be hurt,
right.
and somebody's gonna lose their network, or someone in their network, or whatever the situation was. So like when it all hit the fan, or when it all transpired, I decided to stay silent, because it doesn't help me to mess up nobody else's motion.
Right.
And so I just took that as an opportunity to continue to like drive myself. So it wasn't really even about him or about everything that had went on. It was just, I just took it as a personal moment for me, and I just decided to reevaluate my circle.
Right. Makes sense. Because we, in that situation, that was one of like the biggest topics in Minnesota, and that's when they started exposing other photographers, other situations, and then everybody just had to pick a side.
Yeah.
And it came to the point where my son got involved. I'm like, y'all dissing my child because I'm literally saying, you know, standing up for the women and their experiences. And like I said, David was real cool to me. Like, I actually really liked David. You know what I mean? But that situation did hurt my feelings.
Yeah,
it did make me feel that way, because it's like, okay, David, with you, we could have made several collabs where it was like, you know what I'm saying, lingerie, classy, whatever. Like, we could have just mixed all that together. You know what I mean? But when it was like, okay, I only see you naked. That's it. Like, I only see you as a woman.
Yeah, that's
just
crazy as hell.
It hurt my feelings, because I'm like, damn, we could have really put some shit together. You know what I mean? But doing that was like, okay, whatever. And I just, like I said, I left it at that, because I didn't want the problem to escalate or anything. So I was like, okay. And then, like I said, he wasn't enthusiastic to shoot it. So I was like, all right, I'll go to a different photographer. And then that's how that pretty much happened. So
yeah, there's nothing wrong with that though. At the end of the day, we know who we are as individuals, and we know how we treat other people. And once again, I'll say it, wrong is wrong, regardless of whose body it's in.
Right.
So I just hope that he took it as a lesson. And I mean, obviously he's still getting booked, and people are still shooting with him.
Oh,
and he still puts out great work, in my opinion. Yeah. So I just hope that this is something that he, I mean, not necessarily puts behind him, but takes as a stepping stool to become who he wants to be as an individual. Not even just in the photographer world, but just as who he is as a person, because he's not a bad person.
Right.
We all make mistakes, so I'm not going to charge that to him or anybody, but yeah, just take it as a lesson, and you don't really have a choice but to move on. Right. Life goes on regardless of what the fuck you going through.
Can't backwards.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
It's all love though. They know what's up.
Yeah, hopefully you see this and learn, be like, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But so let's get into your hosting. How did you start off with that? What was your first hosted experience like?
So I got into hosting because I felt like the model scene was getting oversaturated. Yeah. And like I said, it was a lot of competition and things that didn't represent who I was as an individual. So I was like, well, fuck it, I want to tap into the club scene. Since all y'all doing this, let me go do this. Right. My first experience was Monarch. I hosted a ladies' night at Monarch. I think it was like March of 2022. Yeah. And I'm gonna give him his flowers. Dolo is the one who brought me on. So appreciate you, Dolo. But yeah, it was packed out, wall to wall.
I remember that.
It was turned.
I remember that.
It was turned.
You was like, everybody came out for me. Thank y'all.
Oh God. So my thing with like my first hosting and maybe my second and third too is like I have a hard time like being on a mic.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bring the people out, but I'm the type that's gonna hop in the crowd and like turn y'all up that way.
Exactly.
I mean, like as I got booked for more events, I kind of learned my own way through. But that first one, oh my god, it was so turning. People was messaging me days and days after, like, you really brought this city out.
Lovely.
It was so fun. Let me know when you're next.
It was. I was squishing there, but I had a great time.
Yeah, it was turned though. I'm not gonna lie.
I had a great time.
I'm not gonna lie. It was lit. It was lit. It was a lot of people there. Like, I've seen Monarch packed on numerous occasions, but that it hit different for me to know that a lot of those people was there to support me, and that was my very first event. And then that kind of just opened up more doors for me. Like, I'm about to host a dance showcase, which is completely different from what I'm used to, but right. I'm open to it. My best friend, her name is Kira. She has a dance team. They go by the City of Hearts, and it's a lot of women who are very passionate in dancing. And it's like Hills choreo, like like Aaliyah Janelle and all that stuff. And right. She's putting together her own showcase to showcase what they've been working on. And I was brought on to be the host for that. So I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Yes, you're gonna do it for sure. Anything, like everything you be doing, even if it's like the oddest shit, I'll be like, okay, she doing her shit, and she knows she is. She first be like, I don't know, and then you do it.
I really be having my hand in anything. Yes. And I feel like this is the year to like really buckle down and decide like what I really want to get into and what I really want to take further, because I know that I could do a lot of shit.
Right.
If I wanted to do music, I could probably do music.
Facts.
But we're not gonna get into that. They gonna get me. Yo, you trying to do live? What they say? Live in the booth?
Live in the booth?
No, I'm cool.
I want to get in the booth.
Nah, but no, I do have my hand in a lot of pots. So I do want to ultimately like buckle down and like lock in on something, whether it's hosting or I don't know if I'm gonna get back into modeling, because it kind of like it was a passion for me at one point, but then it kind of like I burnt out. I got burnt out. But I do enjoy hosting. It takes a lot mentally, but it's something I feel like I'm built for. So I think that's what I'm gonna end up like getting into like deep and really like put my best foot forward and eat this shit up.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
The hosting experience, because you definitely was killing your shit to the point where it was like that's all I heard was your name, K-Love. Like, I know they were treated like a straight celebrity. Like,
it was sick. That shit's sick.
Like, I know you was going to stores and being like, why is she saying my name? Like, who
oh my gosh, I remember I was making a video. I was walking downtown and I was like, you know how you make your little video?
You just record yourself.
Like, yeah. It's somebody in the background talking about something. Hey, K-Love. Hey. What the fuck going on? But that's what Minnesota does. Like, when you're in your moment, they're gonna take you and they're gonna put you on a pedestal because they think that is gonna be beneficial for them. But once the things hit the fan, like for example, at the end of 2022, like I wasn't working or anything. I took everything as far as like hosting and like modeling and all my bookings and stuff. That's how I was funding my life. I stopped working and everything. I didn't have a 9-to-5 for the whole year of 2022. Right. But when I decided that I wanted to like sit down and then like hop back into it at a later time, crickets, because I'm not on that pedestal no more. But that's how Minnesota is. If it's not beneficial to them, they're not going to, it is what it is though. And that's why I'm going to take my talents elsewhere.
Literally. So how is the nightlife? Like, is it what it seems to be, or is there like hidden agendas behind it, in your opinion?
It's definitely a learning experience. I mean, I've had like one situation where I felt like it was, like I don't know how to really explain it, but I felt like there was a situation where a certain party started like kind of like treating me different because I didn't want more than a business relationship. Right. But that's neither here nor there. I feel like I'm still learning my way through everything and how things really do go. I won't say that it's all cracked up to what it's said to be, because it's still work. It's hard work too. like to have to maintain your energy and having like hostings or bookings like back to back to back for the whole weekend, and then having to wake up at 7 a.m. on a Monday morning and buzz down to 9 to 5, like it's not easy at all. And I feel like it's one of those situations where it's like either you got it or you don't.
Right.
So it's kind of funny how there's so many people that are hosts now, because it's not easy. It's not easy, and it's way more than just being a pretty face on a flyer. But
that's
we're not gonna
what
get into
everybody's doing it for now, and it make, like you said, with the competition thing, it makes it harder for women like us that we come for money, you know what I'm saying? And it's a passion too. It ain't just, okay, I'm just doing this for money. It's more like, okay, I have the looks, I have the charisma for it, you know what I'm saying? And
the following, the ability to actually bring people out without a major host on the flyer, you know, stuff like that.
Exactly. And then people's like, okay, I'm just doing this just to get the flyer.
Or to get a free booth in the club
and
that you still got to pay for.
I was like, sometimes they don't even get that shit. I'd be like,
yikes, imagine that.
I'm like, okay, y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all fucking got it, because it does make it hard now.
Yeah.
When I'm saying what's the ticket, it's crickets, like you said. Like, how much is you paying me? Because that free booth and bottle shit gets kind of old sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, with some places, I ain't even gonna say what clubs, but some places don't even offer that. Because I've even had new hosts come to me and like, I had to pay for my booth. I had to pay for people to still get in. I'm like, you know.
Yeah.
They know how to play with me like that.
Yeah, so just a quick little gem for those of y'all who are upcoming hosts. Put your foot down.
Please.
Especially if you're a woman.
Please.
Because just like the music industry, men are going to be dominant in this, and men are always going to be men. So I'm going to just keep it short and sweet. Put your foot down and make a price list, whatever you feel like you worth, or what, I don't even know. Yeah, that's an individual conversation for you and yourself. But put your damn foot down and don't let these people play with you.
Right.
Don't let these people play with you, especially when it comes to your money.
Exactly. Heavy on the money part. So you worked with Prof.
I did a few times.
How was it?
I love Prof. That man is a funny man. His whole team is just so genuine. And like the first time I worked with him, I didn't even realize what type of following that he had. So it was just I got the opportunity came through Mac Turner.
Okay.
And he it was a video shoot for High Price Shoes, one of Prof's songs, High Price Shoes. And it was super fun. Like, they were like, we need you to be in like 90s themes. So I got this big old afro from Party City, and like I just looked like one of them, you know, disco girls from the 70s. Did I say 90s? I meant 70s.
70s.
But it was like all day. It was a situation that was all day. You know, they provided food, they had drinks on hand, wardrobe if we didn't have it, whatever the situation was, and they just really take care of the people that they book. So I think what he was doing with like this particular project was like keeping the same type of, like, the same faces in rotation. So like I got brought back for like 2 other videos through Prof. There was one with Redman. Yeah, so I had the opportunity to meet him, and then the one that we did most recently was, I can't think of the name of it right now, but he just dropped it like a couple months ago before he went on tour. But yeah, either way it goes, it's a fun experience overall. It doesn't feel like work.
That's good.
And they feed me, and y'all know how I get with the food, so.
Yeah. Got your heart instantly.
Yeah,
like,
they cater Chipotle. I'm like, okay,
this bro now, I like him. Most definitely, don't play with the food.
Yeah.
So, not only did you do hostings in Minnesota, but we seen you did hosting somewhere else. Describe that experience. And where was it?
So I got booked for a Halloween party in Atlanta. And honestly, it did not go as planned.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
So when I got down there, you know, I funded it, you know, myself, but that's just because like I love Atlanta and Atlanta love me. So regardless of if I, you know, come down there on business or on leisure, it's always going to be a good time because I'm taking the time out to build, you know, those relationships on my own.
Right.
So that didn't work out because the promoter that had booked me he changed the venue last minute. Mind you, there were people from here that had like purchased tickets to the original Halloween party, and he was like, no, we're not doing that one no more, yada yada yada. But then he got into the whole like, oh, I want you to come see me and this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, sir,
please,
I'm not here for that. So I didn't host the event, but I did get some good out of that trip. So I was able to go to K Camp's mansion party, Halloween party. So there I ran into like Cy Ari the Kid, Waka Flocka was there, Lil Scrappy's brother was there. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for saying this, but like Cy Ari, I never knew what this man looked like. So, but I know like his music, like Priorities and all that other stuff. Like I know his music, but I never knew what he looked like. So we're literally like chopping it up. And I guess the next day I get on Instagram and it's like Cy Ari mentioned you in his story, and I'm like, who the Cy Ari? Whole time him and K Camp are best friends. I didn't know that. So I'm like, yeah, it's just so many opportunities in Atlanta that like it's like you can't do nothing but succeed out there if you're really hungry for it. Right. And I just ended up being placed in that room. Like it wasn't something that like I had to like work hard to do or anything like that. It just so happened, you know. And
what was it like to be around them? Because I know you're a humble person.
Organic.
You're not like,
it was organic. Like I would have thought that like K Camp would have been somewhere like on the top level of the mansion or something, just looking down on the dance floor. No, he was on the dance floor, in the dance floor, like engaged with everyone. Everybody was. And like I said, like I'm chopping it up with Cyrie. I don't even know that is him. Literally. Like they're real genuine. He hit me up like a couple days after I had left Atlanta, like, okay, when can you come back, because I want you in this video. Right. Just organic opportunities. I was supposed to go to what's his name, Nelly's little birthday bash where they had all the army fatigue on and stuff. They like, what, you wanted us to send you a black truck? I'm sure right, come on with it. No, but I was with other people, so I didn't want to I passed up on that opportunity, unfortunately. But it's the fact that those opportunities are there. So I was just grateful to even be in a room where I was able to network and all that other stuff.
Yeah, that's great networking.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll probably get booked out there again. They hit me up often like, hey, we need you for this Wednesday, and I'm just like, fuck, I'm not there.
Right.
I'm not there. But I plan to make that move permanent. So
thanks. Are you planning on living anywhere else besides Minnesota?
Atlanta. I love Atlanta, and Atlanta love me. So
I've never been to Atlanta, so I definitely. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We might have to change that come like May or June.
Please take me. I need to go.
I'll pack you up in a suitcase. But yeah, no. Hopefully, I mean, I don't want to put a date on it, and I really don't even want to speak on it because
Yeah.
But it's gonna happen. I'm gonna make sure it does.
Definitely. That sounds good. So in the midst of all the hosting and being the hottest girl in Minnesota,
girl,
I'm just being honest. Like, the streets talk. So it's like, yes, for a point of time, even still now, because your name's still out there, but it's always been nothing but positive, good stuff. In the midst of all this, you fell in love.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's not the usual use. So when you did, I was like,
I be having my way.
Everybody was like, hold on.
Yeah.
Kourtney's in love.
real bad.
Yes.
Yeah, Kiwan. So the reason I fell for him was because he was present. He showed up like damn near to anything that had my name on it. And I mean, obviously off the strength of me being there, but like he was genuinely there to like support me. Like he never asked for like free entry or anything like that. Like if he had to pay the ticket, whether it was $40, $50, whatever the situation was, he was there. I did a photo shoot in like August of 2022, and he was like front row. I was so nervous, but yeah, and he showed me a lot, like as far as like what to expect or tolerate, in a relationship. And he was like the first person I really like dealt with for real, like publicly, besides my son's dad. So it was a lot. I knew that I was gonna lose all my motion. Yeah, I knew. But it was something I was willing to take the chance for, because at the end of the day, like all this shit's gonna pass. It's gonna blow over. K Love, my last name. My last name is not Love, and I'm gonna have to live with my last name until somebody changes it, and that's kind of the type of time that I was on. So I was willing to risk it all and let all of it go for, you know, a healthy, happy home, because it starts at home. Right. And yeah, as y'all know, or as you know, like, unfortunately he did pass, and it has been really hard for me. But one thing that I can say that I'm proud of is the fact that I'm here right now. I got up today, and I'm still going. Right. Literally right before I came here, I just left from emptying out our house, our apartment, and that was really tough. Right. And my makeup's still on, so that right there just goes to show that perseverance is possible. Facts. And life just, it goes on regardless of what happens or who's not here with us anymore, or, you know, any type of hardship that you face. Life is gonna go on, and you have to be strong enough to understand that mentally. My heart hurts every day, but I get up every day and I do what the fuck I gotta do, because not only is that what he would want me to do, but I'm still here and I can't fall. So I'm grateful, you know, to have experienced his aura, and I'll keep that with me forever. But I gotta keep going, so that's what I'm doing.
Facts, most definitely. And then it's a quote that I always kind of take is, you live for them and not die with them. And that's something because my auntie passed recently, so I have to live by that every single day. You got to live for them. You can't die with them.
Yeah. It's hard. It's super hard, but we getting through it, man. We getting through it.
Day by day. Day by day. Yeah, almost had me crying on here,
girl. Don't do that, because I still got things to do now. We got to keep the makeup on. But so,
yeah, that was a very touchy subject, and I'm glad you can be open about that, and I'm glad you definitely had a great experience with him while he was here. That's all that matters for sure. So you went viral in a video. It was Love from the Streets with Boo Cat. So yeah, how was that?
Oh, I knew that was coming. So in the moment, I ain't gonna lie, like, the day that we shot that situation, I was sick as hell. Oh. But you gotta understand, like I said, that whole year for me was based off bookings, and that's how I was paying my bills. So once they put that ticket on there, oh yeah, I was there.
Oh yeah.
No doubt about it.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah. You say you only need 30 minutes of my time? I'm on the way.
Say less.
And that's really all it was to it. I think the only thing about that whole situation that, like, bothered me, regardless of if y'all like that man music or not, I never met that man until that day, but it was the fact that, like, y'all took something that y'all felt like was gonna be detrimental to my career, and y'all tried to run with it and, like, throw me as a individual under the bus and not seeing the bigger picture. Like, I got paid to be there for all of 20 minutes and moved around.
Exactly. Plain and simple.
And y'all hee hee ha ha hoo hoo hee 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 on the internet and still broke.
Let's talk about it. It's still broke as hell.
Nah, but I don't regret anything that I do when it comes to my craft. Everything is a learning experience, and 2022 I feel like was a very prime year for me. So whether you liked it or not, you still see my face and you still recognize whose name and whose face was in that video. So,
and it wasn't free work.
And a lot of opportunities came from that. So not something that I regret at all. Everybody has their own taste in music, and I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, at the time of that video, me and the other girl, we laughed about it too. It is what it is, but just because we don't like the sound or the look or the image that person had, we gotta understand that somebody might. Right. And it went viral. Whether it was a hee hee ha ha moment or something that people genuinely, like, wanted to listen to, he still got what he wanted out of that video.
Right. They still getting paid from it. Everybody got paid. Everybody went home happy. And then y'all laughing about it. And y'all didn't get paid. Y'all still broke. And the thing is, y'all still following me.
Yeah, so it's not something, I mean, I think that people thought that it was going to be something that, like, broke me because it was like a hee hee ha ha moment. Right. But I'm like,
I'm still that bitch.
Been that bitch, still that bitch, and I paved a lot of the way for a lot of you bitches.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
Respectfully. Yeah, I'm grateful for every opportunity that's come my way, whether it was something that was beneficial to me or to the next person. The fact that I was even chosen, I'm grateful for that, because it just goes to show that my work speaks for itself.
Right. And you're very humble, so you'll definitely get far. But I'm going to have to be cocky for you. She paved a way for a lot of you bitches. We're going to have to repeat that one more time. She paved the way for a lot of you bitches. I just got to be cocky for you, because shit.
I'm humble, but I understand that, though. But, like, you know, and a lot of people swear they don't know who I am, and that's probably true. But somebody that you know probably know who I am and was like, yeah, we gonna do what she doing because she doing it, and it look like she doing it well.
Because you definitely inspired me to start hosting, because I was like, what is it like? You know what I mean? I'm seeing you pop your shit with it, but I'm like, try to give it a try. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, I'm in the clubs, might as well get paid for it. To be in the fucking clubs, like, I'm gonna be in the clubs and shit. Might as well get paid for it.
That was my thing. Like, and I think that, like, now it's like, okay, well, a lot of these women are doing it, you know, for free, but I worked to be up here to even have the opportunity to even host my first event. Dolo is the most popping person in the state when it comes to hosting or the nightlife. So for him to have seen something in me at that given moment,
right,
I'm gonna appreciate that, because I really didn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
But I spent the year prior just going out by myself and just talking to people. Oh yeah, my name Kourtney, follow me here. To the point where, like, when I did host an event, because I knew what I wanted to do.
Right.
I knew what I wanted to do before I even did it. So I took the time to build my own, you know, network, to where when I did host that event at Monarch, people were like, oh yeah, that's the girl that I met at the club. That's the girl I met at Go Room. That's the girl I met at Woo Woo. And I was everywhere, literally.
Right.
Before I even was on a flyer, I was everywhere, because I took the time to mold out that pathway,
right,
to where when I went, to where people would actually want to come see what I'm about.
Thanks.
And that's why I be like, if you don't know how I get down, come find out.
Yep.
Or act like you know.
That's hard. So yes, to wrap this thing up, is there anything else you want to go over or discuss by chance?
No, I really don't have nothing much else except for stay tuned for my page, because like I said, I am hosting that dance showcase. It's something that's completely different. It's not, you know, the club scene like y'all all are used to. So I'll be posting details again here shortly. Follow me on all platforms at I am Kourtney Love. That's Kourtney with a K, KOURTNEYLOVE. On all platforms, every single platform is the same name, so you cannot miss it. But yeah, other than that, thank you for having me. I'm grateful to be here.
No problem.
Shout out
and yes, that is a wrap for Live on Lake Street. It's your girl Lady Shug. You can follow me on Instagram, and it's 2 eyes LADII.Shug, and that is a wrap.
It ain't that I can't stop, it's that I won't stop. I made a few plays off a flip, now I'm on top. I'm Southside Chief, homie, what you know about it? Lake Street legend CEO, not the co-founder. What you wanna know about me? I'm so churched up, I'm the last man standing, but I went first up. Most hated, they don't say it when I roll up. The things that people say about me, they don't say close up. Check it, I ain't been to the booth in a minute. Niggas hate the fact that I'm winning.
I'm on Lake Street, yo. When you poppin' in Minnesota, you gotta go check it out. Facts, okay? We gonna be on that joint
live on motherfucking Lake Street, man. Yeah, different.
I don't know how to say it. Say it.